Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Gina Vadana and I'm an intentional photographer and videographer based in Berlin. Today I want to discuss with you about the subject of how to start a photography business in 2023. And it's kind of like a conversation with myself. When I first started, how would I do it differently this time? And actually, I was pondering about this subject and I was receiving the same answers that I did in 2019, 2020, when my business started, slowly growing. And when actually I started my business, but I understood so many things from the beginning, how things are working. So I want to share and break down to you the steps that might help you in your own journey. So if you are an aspiring photographer, someone that's just getting started, someone that just loves photography a lot and want to create a business and a life of freedom for themselves through their passion, then this video is for you. So the first step is definitely you need to have some sort of a technical thingy in your hand, which is a camera. And I've started my journey with the Canon 5D Mark III, and I still have that camera. I do plan to invest in a new one in the near future, but I want to say that literally it doesn't matter that much the super high quality. You don't need to have the last camera. There are so many good cameras that are still working in 2023 without investing so much money. I think you can do your own research and see what's the older versions, what's the comparison in between the older versions with the new ones, and just choose wisely whatever fits your budget for now, because in the beginning you don't have so much money to invest. Unless you have money to invest, that's perfectly fine. You can invest in one camera that's good and you just go with it for from now on, a thing. But if you don't, then I would suggest actually to have good lens. A good first lens is so precious. I started my photography journey with a Sigma 2470, or the other one, I'm gonna put it here, I don't remember exactly. Oh my god, man, I loved so much because it brought so much depth and I liked the versatility of it. Whenever I was shooting outside, I could have both options super fast for me to adjust. But then in time I said, okay, I'm done with this one. I didn't like that much the vignette aspect of it, so I switched to Canon L24. But I just wanted to give you a little background of my own story and how I started. And I really believe that having a good lens is very, very important to have beautiful portraits if you want to shoot portraits. So basically get the first step is just gather your gear. Like, what would you need? I started with just a camera and a lens, actually two lenses. I also had a lens for portrait, and it was a Tamron, like a cheap one, 85 with 1.8, and it was doing its job. I did so many nice portraits because you don't need to zoom, it's a fixed lens. And I had this beautiful bouquet in the background. I was filming a lot with it as well, and it did its job, definitely. Now I use a 50, which I'm in love. I don't put it out from my camera. It's like literally a non-stop on my camera because it's the best lens. It's like so nice and dreamy. It has the diaphragm, the F, it's 1.4. So can you imagine? It's super light and make everything so bright and beautiful. So once you have your gear, and not believe that it's an obstacle if you don't have the latest, camera, then the next step is actually shooting, and shoot how much as you can. Like really, it's a matter of practice. And I've understood on my own journey that, sometimes I prefer, when I was in the beginning, I didn't ask so much money, of course, because I needed to build up my own confidence in my work as a photographer. And so I needed people to photograph. So I was just having friends or whoever was in my field in that moment, and I had an idea. I was just executing it and see how is my, energy, how is my attention, and how do I actually know to do this without having any school. And I understood things, I'm learning with each photo shoot, I'm learning something new. But this is how I started, by taking pictures of friends and also having small, not so well paid jobs, and that was perfectly fine. I was okay with it because I knew that I'm going to build my portfolio. So this is the second step. The second step is really to shoot whatever you want and can. And when I say whatever you want, is that either you are shooting portraits or people or pregnant women or kids or babies or pets or product photography or birds, whatever you are choosing, it's make sure that you like to do that. You know, it's really, it's that important, because when you're doing it for a long time, you're not going to get bored or, oh my God, I'm so done with this. I cannot do this anymore. This is so, you know, it doesn't feel so heavy on your like shoulders. So I highly recommend you to like shoot, like for example, if you like to shoot and you think you like to shoot products, just shoot products for like 1 week and see how do you feel, because that would be your flow. And then you're going to put in your subconscious mind, okay, actually this could be my flow with my work, with my clients. I could actually do this for a long time and without getting bored and improving all the time and really wanted to stay on top of the game and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So I understood from the beginning that I like to do portraits, but I actually am not focusing just on one. And I recommend you to not focus just on one. I'm just saying, what would you like to start shooting? Because we need to start from something. But I want to now, for example, start shooting product photography. I feel like I have a thing and I have a visual and I like the aesthetics and to like arrange setups and color. And yeah, this is one of the things that I really want to do next. And so I think being a versatile photographer that can also film, that's also another story. But if you can film as well, that's amazing, because nowadays we really need photography and video for all the reels and Instagram, social media stuff. Okay, yeah. So I would highly recommend, if you're starting photography, to also maybe film sometimes. But that's it on another topic, and I'm gonna share more about videography in another video. For now, we are gonna focus on photography. And so now that the second step is clear, then the third one would be to have, which kind of comes hand in hand with the first and the second one, is the having a website. I swear, this is like, okay, I started my business, I had nothing like money to invest or something, but I said, okay, I'm gonna create a website. And it was simple with Squarespace. Squarespace, of course, everyone knows it. So it's like easy to create your own, you know, visual appearance portfolio that goes out into the world. People can enter on your website. It looks more professional, you know, they trust you because you are actually willing to pay for a domain and you're willing to put your stuff in there. And, you know, people can check your website and then they can write you because they feel the trust. And oh man, this is like a life changer. And Instagram, it's okay as well, but trust me, for the trust that you're going to receive from your client, having a website is key. And it's not such of a big deal nowadays, really is not. Like 3 years ago when I did it, or 4 years ago, it was still a little big of a deal. But I was still super simple through Squarespace. I really wanted to make it very easy and uncomplicated. And of course, in time, you know, you can have a team that can design whatever you want. Maybe you want to have a little academy photography or something, or yeah, like a community growing platform that you can create. But from the beginning, it's for your portfolio, it's perfect for the clients, it's perfect. So I think putting attention and, you know, in time, also another thing that I'm observing on entrepreneurs that are starting their businesses, that they get a little bit too long in the creation of the portfolio or the team, the color of the logo of the thing. I didn't have any of this. I just started my portfolio, putting my work there, which were photography, and then slowly I started. I not even have a color team because I'm still finding it. It's somehow I feel very drawn to white, as you can see today, but white and black somehow. But really, it's something that if you are more drawn to this aspect, you can definitely go into it and explore this and create like a super proper branding for yourself. And that means from logo, color team, website team, how does it look, everything, how do you want people to perceive you as a photographer and as a freelancer, as an entrepreneur, human that created this world. So yeah, it's an entire world out there, but I don't want to go too deep into the subject because I can touch in time as I'm figuring out myself as well. So yeah, this is the third step. Then the fourth step would be to keep growing and improving and keep writing to people and keep connecting. And this is like the fourth step is one that's normal for every business, in a sense of, you never can stay the same, because with each photo shoot that you're going to do, you're going to grow as a artist and as a professional. So, and you're going to have more confidence, and in time, you're going to have more clients, because they feel your energy, that you're a professional and you're doing things right. And then after that, I don't know, after these 3 steps are done and you are keep on doing it, you keep on learning, you keep becoming better, you keep connecting with more people, you keep expanding yourself. And then it's the consistency and the quality. The consistency and quality, which is the next step, the fifth steps, because I don't know, it's 5 steps today. It's how can you be constant in your work, with yourself, with your clients, and bring the quality, bring the quality up. Okay, now that I have this amount of clients per month, I have this amount of money that I make profit, that I need to pay taxes, that I need to invest, and how can I organize myself so I can have some money aside for a new lens, for a new light, for exploring something new. And so it's the growing process that comes to each, threshold. I call them thresholds. I remember, in terms of pricing, I remember that when I started with photo shoots for 50 euros, and then 111, and then slowly I went up, and it felt all the time like an edge to put my prices up. That's crazy how us as humans operate. I mean, me maybe because I come from a background of not having so much, it's, yeah, like I had enough to live simple, not having so many, I'm talking when I was in my childhood, in my teenager years. But then when I grew up and I understood the power that we actually carry as creators in this life, and that we can create our own freedom through the things that we desire to create in this world. For example, in my case, photography, I understood that actually I can make a living out of it. And slowly, going through this mindset work within myself to clear out all the blockages that was kept making me feel small, and not that I don't deserve that much, because once you have a skill that so you are here, the arc of transformation, you are here and you're at the beginning, you're starting, you're a little bit, let's say rookie with all the things, you don't know exactly how everything works, and then you figure out, and then you're having the threshold here, and you're like, oh my God, actually I can earn more, because my time is now more precious, because more people want me. And then again, oh my God, I actually can work less and get paid more, and because now I'm precious and I'm valued, and blah, blah. And then it's an arc of transformation. It actually never stops in the end. And yes, I hope this was helpful. This is my insight. I just woke up with this thought, as I wanted to share what would I do now. And actually, I wouldn't do anything different. Is exactly how things are supposed to be going. You got to put yourself out there as a photographer as well. And yeah, use all social media if you want. Use Instagram, use TikTok. I started using them all, but I'm realizing that actually YouTube is a good platform to grow, as well as you as an individual and as an artist, as well as a photographer, because I'm sharing my work, but it's also an opportunity at some point to earn money from it. So it's, okay, I am following my passion and I want to create out of the desire of creating, of the gifts that I have, and I know that I want to do that, but I also want to be paid and live and be happy in my craft while mastering my craft. So yeah, I highly recommend you to not let yourself be blocked by any inner chatter and just start doing the things that you want. Like if you want to start photographing, then it's never too late. This is what I want to say. And I hope this video gave you a little inspiration. And if you are an aspiring photographer, I would love to hear from you. Also, I think one of the things that I need to say, and maybe I put it at step 6, or maybe an extra step, optional, is how I learned photography is actually through self-portraits. And I needed to start a video like this because really was a practice that could bring me close to my camera all the time in deep intimacy with myself and with the camera. So I could learn through knowing myself, I could learn the skills of the camera. What's this camera capable of doing? What's this lens? Well, how is this angle? How's this light? And I highly recommend self-portraits. And you know already that I am a self-portrait advocate. That's it for today. I hope this video was helpful. If you want to learn more from the way I work, and if you feel inspired by the way I work, go check out my portfolio on www.ginavadana.com, and you can check as well my Instagram to see my work, where I post, not all the time, but I post in there some pictures and reels that I love as well, and I'm gonna touch upon reels soon. But until next time, I wish you a beautiful, beautiful day, and stay juicy, and I wish you a beautiful journey in your photography if you're starting. Ciao!